Good day, my plant foldies. This is Richie at Grow Folds, and today we'll be big box store plant shopping at HEB, McKinney, Texas. What's going on today is I filmed this video on the day that we were having the solar eclipse in North Dallas. So please make sure to check this whole video out. So this is actually right around noon when I filmed this. So actually the clouds were actually really cloudy. So we were a little bit worried and concerned that we wouldn't be able to see the solar eclipse. Please make sure you guys are staying until the very end to see what that looks like. But I love going to HEB. They've got a lot of varieties of plants, indoor plants, outdoor plants, and you can see right over here, we've got some outdoor flowering shrubs. I like to go to HEB just because they do have such a good variety of plants. Like you can see right over here, some bougainvillea hanging baskets for $24.97. That's not a bad price at all. Now with bougainvilleas, they would prefer, very temperament weather. So like in terms of being able to grow this long term in North Dallas, it wouldn't really work out for us. You would have to overwinter them inside because they will not be able to handle the frost. But you can see here for $24.97, that is not a bad price at all. And then I'm going to pan over here. So these are some impatient plants. And we also have some wax begonia hanging baskets for $15.97. These ones are for $9.97, and these are impatient. So these are New Guinea impatient. So these are annual. So you would actually just grow them for the season. These are all grown out in Texas. So a lot of the plants that you will see at HEB are locally sourced, just because HEB pretty much locally sources all of their products, including all of the grocery items available. I really like the New Guinea impatiens. Now these would require partial shade. Most impatiens would require that, for $9.97 you get a pretty good size flowering plant. So I like that. I've been working on my outdoor garden, and I am excited to show you some of my backyard today when I show you the solar eclipse. And we've got some arugula right over here. So what I like about HEB is that they do have herbs available. So we've got some arugulas right over here. I believe these are for $4, and we've got some basil, some sweet basil here. Now I prefer getting the Thai basil. I do think that I need to grow some herbs like this one right here, the spearmint. Now spearmint and mint are all very invasive. So this mint plant right here, you do not want to plant this into the ground just because they are very vigorous and they're very hard to get rid of. So make sure that you are growing mint in like a container so you can actually watch that. That is an invasive plant. It'll take over your entire lawn. And then over here, we've got some geraniums. So geraniums are very much abundant right now. These are for $4.97. And we've got some fuchsia plants right here. These are called fuchsia dark eyes. Like that a lot as well. These are all for $4.97. Do you see how like beautiful the blooms are? They are a little bit more bell shaped in that sense. And that's the thing I like about flowering plants, especially the ones that have blooms that are very interesting. I've really gotten into columbine plants. And you can see over here, we've got some perennials. So these are Kalia lilies for $16.97. And for my plant foldies, if you are new to this channel, I call my viewers and subscribers plant foldies. Thank you for tuning in my live premiere chats. If you're watching this during a live premiere, please do not feel shy to say hello to us. We love welcoming everybody to the community. And you can see here, we've got some rose white lies. So these are roses, and then it's called white lies. Love that variegation. So this one's a little bit more predominantly red, but you can see here, we've got some white with some shades of red. I like that a lot. And then we've got the classic kalanchoe right over here in a 6-inch planter. These are for $4.97. Really good price actually for some kalanchoe. And I love the pink blooms. Again, when it comes to grocery stores, if you go to a grocery store and look for plants, they typically have very cost-effective, inexpensive plants as compared to even a big box store like Lowe's, Walmart, or Home Depot. So I tend to look at places like HEB and Kroger. So these ones right here are cyclamen for $14.97. But these are in 6-inch planters. Not a bad price at all. And I do love the blooms on this cyclamen right here. Aren't they stunning? I love that pink, very delicate looking flower. And you know, flowers, they just bring me a lot of joy. I don't know about you, but just looking at flowers just bring me a lot of joy. They cheer me up. And you can see over here, this is the flower of the hour, and I've stated this in all of my plant videos. So if you haven't subscribed already, make sure you subscribe to my channel. I do 1 hour plant video shopping daily. I took the weekend off, but I am back this week showing you guys some gorgeous plants like this petunia. This is the petunia Queen of Hearts. Now these are an HEB also plant, and we can see that I love that that striping on these petunias. There's so many hybrids right here, really like that a lot. Now these are for $9.97. Petunias require full sun, which is good because if you want to have like a flower garden that can take full sun, a lot of flowering plants do that, as well as this foxtail fern. I really like the foxtail fern. This one is for $7.97, and we're just going to pass by a bunch of these other plants here. As you can see, HEB has a full garden section before you even go into the grocery store, and we've got some hostas here. So I've been looking at hostas. I'm really interested in getting some hostas. They are perennials. They do require shade, so these would be like plants that you can plant underneath a tree with a really good canopy. I'm thinking of maybe even planting some underneath my Japanese maples. I do like the variegation and also the texture of hostas. Now I was also thinking about growing hostas indoors. Plant foldies watching this, or any viewers watching this, let me know if you try to grow hostas indoors. What did that look like? But I do want to go ahead and start growing some hostas in my outdoor section. There's just been a lot of projects I want to deal with in terms of my plant collection. So when you go big box store plant shopping, you see so many different types of plants. And as of late, I've been really interested in growing outdoor plants because I feel like outdoor plants are a little bit less challenging when it comes to pest control, because there's natural pests that will deal with the pest, pest control. And then also the water, you can just literally take a hose and water it. I do have irrigation as well, so that makes it easier for me to do that as compared to watering my indoor house plants. I'm kind of struggling on that. My schedule's been super busy, and you can see here, look at that beautiful pink geranium right here. I'm just not a fan of the smell of geraniums. They don't really have a great smell. I don't know if it's just me. So plant foldies, what do you guys think about this HEB? I couldn't believe that I was doing some big box store plant shopping before a solar eclipse. And then these are some almost nearly wild roses, or nearly wild rose. These are for $24.97. You can see that the roses are not really double petaled. It's single petaled. And you can see here we've got some more hanging baskets. Now these are for $12.97. And we've got this gorgeous looking hibiscus bloom right here. That's America's Sweetheart Hibiscus. These are for $24.97. Love me some hibiscus. I have a variegated one, the variegated hibiscus salsa dancer. And I will feature that in my garden tour at some point. You know, I've been promising a houseplant tour. We're going to see about that. And just know I will be doing a giveaway for a Monstera Thai constellation. I will announce that soon on my Instagram. And I did want to show you this. So this lime sizzler firebush, it is to die for. Look at how gorgeous that color is. I'm thinking of adding that into my front lawn or even my back patio garden. I don't know if you can actually grow these indoors, but look at that variegation here. I don't know a lot about it. So plant foldies, or anybody watching this video, will you let me know if this actual shrub needs to be in full sun, shade? And wow, look at this. Plant fine, plant fine, plant fine. You can see that there are some alocasias, some large alocasia stingrays. I did talk to the staff at HEB. So not only are we about to experience a solar eclipse, but apparently later that evening, when I filmed this video, there was going to be some hail. So they're bringing a lot of their plants inside and under this canopy to protect it. But I did want to show you these. Have you seen some large alocasia stingrays? That is amazing. And I didn't realize that stingrays could really get large. I remember seeing a bunch of large ones at the Green Acres nursery. But you can go to HEB and get you a large alocasia stingray. I don't know the price for it, but I do notice that some of the leaves are yellowing. It looks like it has spider mites. So I would, probably steer away from buying those alocasias. Again, with alocasias, they can be a little bit more spider mite prone. They are a challenging plant, but I do love the look of an alocasia stingray. Look at that. That's pretty awesome. So I said, you know, if they do have spider mites, I would definitely have to spray the spider mites down with my neem oil spray. I would honestly grow it outdoors. And I did want to go inside and show you this. This is a philodendron Thai sunrise. These are for $29.99, and I definitely want to purchase this because I have been looking at this philodendron Thai sunrise. Really like that a lot, and that again goes back to all of these grocery stores getting these rare philodendrons and Monstera Thai constellations. Like, I am always going to be on the lookout at HEB, and I've kind of figured out their schedule in terms of when they get their plant restocks. Same thing with Kroger. At least the Kroger I have been going to, the couple of Krogers I've been going to, they restock on Tuesday. So, you know, that is a good place to look. But I am happy that I found this Thai sunrise. I like the green on green variegation on it. It's a fairly decent price for it because this philodendron is still quite pricey. And you can see they have a second one right over here. I like that a lot. And, you know, it's another philodendron that I think everybody should add to their collection. It is upright, so you would need to put it on a moss pole, a totem pole, a stick, some type of trellis just so it can continue to grow. I do plan to grow it up so I can, you know, cut it up and actually propagate a bunch and, you know, put a bunch in the same pot so I can have a thicker, more full plant. But you can see that HEB has it right there, another plant find, and I'm super excited that I found that. That will definitely go with me today. And you know, when it comes to plant shopping, we talk about like different budgets, and sometimes I blow my budget. I've been somewhat decent with my budget, and it's one of those things where if you see a plant at this point that you like and you know that may not be there, I would definitely buy it, because at the end of the day, most big box stores will do a refund if you don't like it. So I'd rather just buy the plant and not really think about it until later than to say I'll buy it next time and then come back and it's not there. I've had too many instances where that has happened. And you can see right over here, we've got some assorted foliage right over here. These are for $5.98. And that one is a Peperomia obtusifolia. Now we've got a coffee plant here. I do want to grow a coffee plant, and this one is in a 4.5-inch planter. Coffee plants, the allure for me for the coffee plant is I just like the texture of the leaves. It's got a nice shine to it. And we've got an Aglaonema right here, Aglaonema Maria. Love Aglaonemas, one of my favorite plants to grow. It's one of those plants that requires less maintenance. Like, you don't want to overwater them. That's really the only thing that will kill them. They can tolerate lower light conditions. They come in different varieties of colors, shapes, and sizes. And I just love Aglaonemas. Let me know in the comments, Plant Foldies, if you have been influenced by me to grow Aglaonemas, because they are a great, you know, thing. So we are at HEB, and you know, it's still noon, so I want to get some lunch. So I definitely want to go, you know, get some lunch before the actual eclipse starts to happen around like 1:30. So I definitely want to go ahead and blog just a quick trip to one of my favorite places to get steak. This is the Town Hearth Dallas. So this is my just quick food blog, and I hope you guys will stay on the video because there's some really cool plants. And if you want to see a totality eclipse, you will also see my backyard with some of my garden plants. Please make sure that you stay till the very end. But I am driving down just further down south to Dallas to go to a really cool, really nice restaurant called Town Hearth. I would say Town Hearth probably has the best steak ever. It is a little bit pricey, but the ambiance and just the whole vibe, everything, all of their entrees are just so tasty. And you know, I wanted to go to Town Hearth today to get some really good steak. So it's just a bit of a drive. I take the North Dallas Tollway to just zoom down to actually downtown Dallas. So we're gonna go check out what I get into, and I just wanted to show you just a little bit of different content. Hopefully you guys stay on this video. I know most of you guys are looking for plant content, but I'm peppering in just a little bit more about my personal life so you get to know me. So you can see right here, this is Town Hearth. I just arrived here. I will be meeting with some friends before that eclipse, and you can see that the sky is bright, the sun is out, and we are definitely going to be able to see a total eclipse. Again, it was super cloudy in the morning, and you can see right over there, that is Reunion Tower. And as you walk in, do you see how gorgeous The chandeliers are here, and I will say this is not a pretentious restaurant. It is a little bit more high end, but just the ambiance is super cool. And look at this this aquarium with a submarine in there with a bunch of gorgeous looking fish. So I'm just gonna walk and give you a quick walk around tour. There's not a lot of people here, so that'll just let me allow myself to actually freely film real quick. You can see just the decorations. They've got a nice bar right over here. They've got a wine cellar right over here. So I actually celebrated my 40th birthday here 2 years ago, and I had the best meal ever. One thing I would recommend is the Mishima Wagyu. It's A5 Wagyu, and I love the fact that, especially if you're visiting Dallas and you really want to get some really good steak and then just a really nice fancy restaurant, I would highly recommend Town Hearth. You can see this really cool aquarium here. Lots of photo ops. I love looking at this. Now, I will say over the weekend and even in certain weekdays, this place is completely packed. I just happened to get lucky today to be able to check this out and show you guys all of this gorgeousness of a restaurant. It's probably my favorite restaurant to definitely get steak and just to get a really good meal. And I just love the fact that not only do they have this really cool aquarium, I love the chandeliers, I love the decorations, and look at this, they even have a motorcycle like you know, at the actual bar here. So I am gonna have just a little bit of a drink. I'm gonna get me some beer, and you can see that they have a TV here. I'm trying not to get the staff, as always. You know, whenever I do my blogs, whether it's plant shopping or not, it's always respectful not to get people in there. And I want to show you what they have in terms of their drinks. So they have a lot of varieties of drinks, wines, and different types of draft beer. So I ended up getting me the Thriller in Manila beer. So it's a little bit more hoppy in terms of the beer. I am not a heavy drinker, but you know, sometimes I may have like just one drink, and you can see right over here, they do offer that right there. I just wanted to showcase that right here. And you can see they've got just a really good assortment of different types of drinks. And look at this, can you believe that they have a full-fledged car in the middle of the restaurant right in front of their kitchen? I mean, that is just just awesome. So plant foldies, let me know what you think. Would you go to Town Hearth? If you ever visit Dallas, I would highly recommend it. I love this place, and I just want to show you just a little bit more of the interior and what I ordered. And you can see that I've scrolled down to this menu, and I will be getting the Mishima Wagyu. Normally I would get the strip ultra for the 119, but today I think I'm gonna just spoil myself and get a ribeye 5-star for $99. But they have so many different types of like sides. I will say that Town Hearth, you know, whether you get the Wagyu or the other steaks, they do it really well. I love the char and just the bark on the steak. And then they have some really good appetizers as well. But yeah, I am all about that Wagyu. I love that A5 Wagyu. I actually bought some Wagyu and actually cooked it a couple of days ago. But you know what? If you got a restaurant like Town Hearth, I definitely like to splurge on that. So we're going to see what that Wagyu looks like. So this is what it looks like right here. Doesn't it look great? Now, I like to get my steaks medium rare. Some people don't like all of that pink, but you know what? It's such a tender meat. It is fabulous. Love it. Actually, just, you know, looking at it again, it makes my mouth water. And then we also have a macaroni casserole right over here. So I love food as well, and I think I want to add a little bit of my food blogs into my plant shopping. So plant foldies, just be prepared for that. And you can see that I got an Elvis dessert here, but We are back to plant shopping again. So this is big box store plant shopping at the Home Depot in McKinney, Texas. So this is about an hour before the actual total eclipse. So I just want to walk over here so you can see that the sun is fully out. And again, I was really worried about this, solar eclipse not happening. I woke up that morning on Monday thinking that it wasn't going to actually happen. And now it is. So I just wanted to do a quick video here. And you can see we've got some lantana here. I actually planted a bunch of lantana in my backyard just because I wanted to get a flowering ground cover that would do well with very hot conditions and very drought tolerant. So that helps me out a lot. And I'm going to walk over here and just show you a couple of more plants that they have before I go inside and show you all the other plants that Home Depot has. Again, Home Depot has some really good cost-effective plants. I will be showing you mostly outdoor and some indoor plants, but one succulent I want to show you. This is in the Aeonium Mardi Gras. So I love Aeoniums. These ones are for $16.98. And look at that. It's beautifully variegated. When I was out in Carmel by the Sea in California, these would just grow in people's landscapes and they would get huge. So, I wish I had better weather in North Dallas, which is where I'm based at. For anybody that's watching this channel for the first time, I just wouldn't be able to grow this in my landscape. But what do you guys think about that variegation? It is gorgeous and it's easy to propagate as well. And then we've got some barrel cactus right over here, so I'll show you a couple of that. Look at how prickly it is. You can see there was just a wide variety of different types of cacti and succulents. I also like the yucca right over here, variegated yucca. That's a really nice looking plant, and it's just sunny, and you won't, you can't believe that there's actually going to be a solar eclipse that is totally going to make everything dark. So I'm really excited to show you guys that. So please make sure you are staying at the very end of this video. You'll see my outdoor back garden, some of it, and then you will also see a gorgeous shot of the sun's corona. So stay tuned for that. But you can see here right now the sun is fully out, and there are a bunch of gorgeous sunflowers. Now with sunflowers, this looks like the dwarf form. They definitely need full sun, as much sun as possible. Very easy to grow. I grew a bunch of sunflowers here, and then I'm gonna walk inside because this Home Depot actually stays very full. I was able to buy a bunch of outdoor gardening plants. I'm gonna be looking for some coleus plants because that's really my obsession right now, are coleus plants. But you can see this gorgeous looking dahlia. Love that delicate pink look about it. And with dahlias, they are perennial, so they will be plants that you can put in the ground. They will grow for a season, die off in the winter, and then come back in the spring. So I like that. I am experimenting, with perennials. It's the same thing with like hostas plants, but you can see here we've got some very compact miniature coleus plants. I haven't ever really seen that. This one looks to be very small foliage. It looks more like ground cover, but I like that a lot. So I would consider buying this. This one I think is for $24 for this pot of coleus. We'll see. And an update on my coleus seeds. They have sprouted. They're getting bigger. So I will be documenting that and eventually putting that in like a whole video where I'll let like my coleus seedlings grow for like a month and a half. But you can see here, look at these gorgeous looking coleus plants. They've got some really tiny compact leaves. So I do like that a lot. It says that they need to take full sun. I'm not 100% sure. I will say with coleus though, they prefer to get bright and direct light. So some coleus can grow in full sun. I don't know all the varieties, but what I do know about coleus, they're very easy to propagate. You can literally snip a piece off, take the bottom leaves, stick it in water. In about a week or two, you'll have some roots and they'll easily root. We've got a bunch of kangaroo paws. So these are really cool succulent plants. Lots of bright blooms as well. And that's another one that will definitely need to have full sun when growing them. But you know, kangaroo plants, I don't know if I want to really grow them in my landscape. And I did want to show you guys all of these Asiatic lilies. Look at these Asiatic lilies right here, and these are the yellow blooms. They've got orange blooms. I was at a Lowe's the other day and saw different types of blooms. So these are on sale for $12.98. Not a bad price at all. And with Asiatic lilies, again, they like full sun and they are perennial, so you can put these in your landscape and, you know, have them come back year after year. And we've got some Monstera, I think that's how you pronounce it, for $9.98 by Vigoro. I'm actually fascinated with this plant because I love the look of the purple leaves. I love dark foliage plants. Purple plants are amazing. I've been collecting them. This would be a plant that I would consider growing indoors as well. Look at that foliage. I don't know a lot about it, so I'm going to do a lot of research, but it looks like this one would take full sun. Although I will say some of their leaves have been getting a little brown and crispy, so I'm not sure if it really does take full sun. But you can see as I'm passing by a bunch of geraniums by Vigoro plants. Love Vigoro plants. Vigoro plants heavily sources to Home Depot, and you can see that these are all sun-loving plants. And in here we've got some African daisies for $9.98. Look at the color of these African daisies. They remind me of the sun. And you know, with the solar eclipse just about to happen not too long from when this video was posted or actually filmed, I'm super excited. And you can see these dahlias here, $9.98. This is some type of hybrid dahlia, but look at that. Love the red, but I even love the dark foliage on it. Isn't that amazing? I think something like this would do very well for my Japanese garden, just because I have some dark foliage maples. And then you can see we've got a bunch of container plants full of petunias. And all of these flowers are sun loving. So we're just gonna walk by and see. And you can see they've also got some containers here. So this is an interesting one. So we've got an Alocasia Regal Shields, I believe that's what it is. And it's got some Philodendron Hederaceum Brazil as ground cover. And you can see here some red polka dot plants for $3.98. That is actually a stunning blood red color. These plants though, for some reason, just don't do very well for me. I don't know if you can really grow them long term, or at least for me, I haven't been able to grow them long term. And here's another plant find. I actually found this at Lowe's, but I found an oyster rodeo plant here by Vigoro. This one is for $5.48. What I love about this plant is the purple undersides on the leaves, when there's all that pink variegation as well. I love pink plants. I love purple plants. I love variegated plants. And this would be one that I would grow in a container and just pot up. So I really like that a lot. I do plan on trying to grow that indoors. And then right over here, we've got a blood leaf plant, or that's what it's labeled, for $5.98. Now this one will take full sun. I know that there is another name for it. I've grown this plant before, and I think that this plant does definitely need a lot of bright light. So if I were to grow this indoors, this would have to grow under a grow light or maybe a south-facing window. That's another plant that I do like the coloration on the foliage and would potentially grow that indoors. I've been looking at a lot of plants that are meant to grow outdoors and possibly experiment on growing them indoors, like hostas. So for some reason, I am compelled to want to grow hostas indoors, although part of me feels like since it's a perennial, it'll either go dormant. So I don't know how that would be. But, you know, people grow alocasias indoors and they're supposed to go dormant as well. And you can see here, we've got some more lantanas. This one is for $9.98. Look at the blooms on those lantanas. I'm hoping that I will be able to get some really nice big lantanas for the season. So we're going to see if that, pans out for me, if that is for my future with lantanas. But, let me know in the comments, plant foldies, if you've had some really good success with lantanas. What do you think about it? Some people will say lantanas are a little bit invasive, but, we'll find out, at least in my backdoor garden. backyard garden. And you can see right here we've got a gorgeous looking cordyline tea plant, Hawaiian tea plant. I love that red. And again, when you grow cordyline plants in full sun, I feel like they get the best variegation and coloration there. So I always like to pan over there and show you these Home Depot ones. That one has like the wide shape on the leaves too, and you can see right here more dark foliage dahlias. That is gorgeous. Love it a lot. These are for $9.98, and again, that could go for like a good gothic garden. So when you go to Home Depot, you definitely will save a lot of money here, and I just love showing you guys these outdoor plants. So plant foldies, I hope you guys don't get tired of these plant shopping videos. I am doing my very best to try to get you daily content while balancing a full-time job that requires me to work at least 10 hours. So it's a juggling, balancing act for me, but I enjoy the process. I enjoy just going into a store and showing you what they have available here. So we're just going to pan over here and show you what else I can find. There is a sea of flowers and different types of colors here. Spring is in full force. I love it a lot. So you will be seeing me in a lot of Home Depots, Lowe's, Walmarts, local plant nurseries. So if you haven't already, please make sure not only are you watching my videos, but also hitting the like button and subscribing with the notification bell on so you can stay up to date to my 1-hour plant shopping videos that I do daily. And you can see right here, this is a full case of coleus plants right here. I think I've already gotten this variety. Look at that red color on it. I was able to get that actually the last time I visited, and this one is for $12.98. You get 8 coleus plants right over there in that full tray. Now with coleus plants, they are very thirsty plants, so if you're going to grow them, you need to make sure to plan to water them every single day. In hotter climates like North Texas in the summer, I'm probably going to have to water this at least twice a day and maybe 3 times a day. But this is a coleus that I want to get just because I don't have this one. This one's for $1.98. Slightly pricey, but with coleus plants, they're pretty fast growers and they are so easy to propagate. I am obsessed with them. When I like a certain genus of plant, I just want to collect them all. I have a problem already. I have a plant addiction. So coleus is my latest plant addiction, but it's an easy to grow plant, and I definitely want to show you my coleus collection. I was inspired to grow more coleus plants because my grandmother was able to propagate and multiply a bunch of starter plants like this into full grown colorful bushes. Like, that's the thing about coleus plants, and we'll see how that goes for me. And I'm just gonna walk over here and show you some more flowering plants as well. We've got some Capri begonias right over here. Gorgeous blooming red flowers. I love that a lot. And then also the color of the leaves are really nice. And you can see we've got a bunch of Boston ferns, a bunch of marigolds. My marigolds that I'm growing, which are the white Eskimo marigolds, are doing very well. I'm growing them from seed. And then I'm just going to walk by and show you some more plants here. They've got a variety of containers that are ready to go. So if you want a patio with just some flowers, that'd be nice. Look at how stunning this dahlia is. I love like bright colored dahlias, like yellows and oranges and reds. I just think that they have this fiery look about them. And with dahlias, I'm going to just see if I can grow them successfully. I went back to HEB to get a specific one, but apparently they already sold out. So I may have to go to Callaway's Nursery, which is a local plant nursery out in Dallas, to get this specific dahlia. But, dahlias apparently grow from like bulbs as well as seed. So I'm trying to understand which one would be more effective in terms of growing them, but they are perennials. So I may put some down in my landscape and hopefully see if they can come back next spring. So And then we've got some other flowering plants right over here. And we're just going to take a quick walk around and show you what other plants they have available at this Home Depot. And you can see right over here, we've got an Acer palmatum red dragon. Really like this a lot. This is for $100.09. There were a couple more red dragons earlier when I visited. Unfortunately, most of them sold through. I wish that I would have bought it because it is a really nice lace leaf Japanese maple. It will get more red coloration with more sun exposure. So you can see that there is a little bit more green on it. And then we've got a bunch of like Riger begonia planters for $24.98. Love the yellow blooms on it. Look at how delicate those blooms are. Really nice looking arrangement. So they've got polka dot plants, some fern, and we've got some Hedera helix or Hedera helix, which is an English ivy. This is a variegated form. You can see that it's trailing. Love me some Hedera helix. Now, for those that are new to the channel, I say, Hedera helix that way just because for the longest time I was saying it incorrectly. But for some reason, my plant foldies, my loyal viewers and subscribers, y'all want to keep me saying that. So I'm going to keep saying that. And you can see here on the right, there's a bunch of hydrangeas, lots of large Ficus lyrata. I love that. Look at how gorgeous that Ficus lyrata is. And we have some more large foliage plants here. We've got some Majesty palms. We've got a spathiphyllum or a peace lily. Some more cordyline Hawaiian tea plants here. Really nice pink, purple, and red variegation. Love that a lot. We've got some more ferns and just lots of large indoor tropical plants, outdoor patio plants that you can add to your collection. You can see right over here, highly variegated Ficus elastica tanikis. Love that a lot. I am actually in the market to get another Ficus taniki just because mine didn't do very well. And you can see right here, we've got an Alocasia California. Gorgeous texture on the leaves. And then we got some more cordyline plants here. But I will be on the lookout for Home Depot because apparently Home Depot will also be getting some Costa Farms Monstera Thai constellations. So, for those that haven't subscribed already, especially if you're a local plant foldie, somebody that lives out in the North Dallas area or Dallas-Fort Worth area, you may want to stay on my channel because I am in a big box store daily and will be able to report to you guys if I find like a Monstera Thai constellation or some really cool, like rare, uncommon aroid plant. You can see here though, we've got a Thenanthe setosa by Proven Winners. This one's for $19.98. Gorgeous looking prayer plant right there. They are a little bit more finicky, but if you grow them hydroponically, as in if you grow them in water like this, I love these hydroponic plants by Proven Winners. This is a Syngonium Champagne Rain for $9.98. Growing calatheas in water like this, they are so much easier to maintain and take care of just because you don't have to guess when you have to water them. And you can see they've got a different types of varieties of plants and hydroponics. I do like all of the Proven Winner plants. I think they're very healthy plants. They might be slightly pricey, like this Tradescanthia Feeling Flirty. Love the pink on it. This is also for $19.98. I have the smaller variety or the 4-inch starter one for like $4.98. It's doing very well for me. I'm a sucker for pink plants, and you can see right here, here's another Calathea makoyana. This one is for $19.98. I will say that is slightly pricey considering you can find Calathea makoyanas, the full versions, like really big ones, for like $29.99. So like, it depends on when you go, where you go plant shopping. That's why it's always important to go to different types of big box stores. Sometimes big box stores might be even more expensive than a local plant nursery. So, this is a reason why I love making 1-hour plant shopping content for y'all. I am actually really excited to see that our community is growing. I'm seeing that the views are getting more views. So I want to thank all of you guys who continue to watch my plant shopping videos. If you want to help me out and support me, the one thing you can do is by hitting that like button. Anytime you watch any of my videos, please make sure you are hitting that like button. That's all I'm asking for the amount of effort I'm putting into these videos. And also leaving a comment in the comment section. YouTube heavily rewards videos that have engagement, and those are 2 forms that you can do, some plant engagement. And over here, philodendron sun red. I actually want to get this philodendron. This one's for $19.98 as well by Proven Winners. What I like about it is obviously the new leaves unfurling have this like really bright sun red color. And it's one of those philodendron that are easy to take care of. You just need a lot of bright indirect light. And we've got some Alocasia calculatas right over here, just a green form. So I was at Home Depot and I was able to find 2 sport variegated aurea type Alocasia calculatas. So, you'll never know unless you actually do some searching if you will find some variegated plants as well. I'm hoping that someday I'll find a variegated Monstera Deliciosa, sport variegated. We'll see. As many times as I've been into a big box store, like literally I will get off of work and then just drive down to a big box store and then go home, film, edit, and eat dinner and then start all over. But plant foldies, I am just so excited to show you these plants. It's really exciting when I was filming this, knowing that there was going to be a solar eclipse. So if you are still on this video, stay tuned for the very end where you'll see a total eclipse and you'll see that my whole yard and area will turn dark as if it was actually nighttime. But you can see here, Ficus elastica taniki, highly variegated as well. Love that. It looks like a work of art. And we're just going to pass by all of these indoor plants, these intertropical plants. You can see right over here, we've got some large foliage aglaonemas. I like this aglaonema. This is not an aglaonema silver bay. This is some other type of aglaonema. Really like the look of it. I was able to find a really large variety of them at a local plant nursery called Green Acres. And I'm really excited to feature the Green Acres nursery that they just recently opened in Melissa, Texas. So stay tuned for that. And then this Cordyline Hawaiian tea plant, the wide leaf form. This one's for $49.98. I definitely want to get that because look at how gorgeous that red is. It would just make such a good statement piece. And then we've got some Ficus laratas right over here. Mine is doing very well. And then we've got a Monstera Deliciosa here, but just lots of tropical indoor plants for your viewing. And I'm gonna just walk over here and show you a couple more plants. Here is another Ficus benjamina right over here. Gotta love that. This is by Proven Winners. This is for $29.98, so close to $30. And then we have another Monstera Thai Constellation. I wish, right? Monstera Deliciosa. We've got a Dracaena Stead Soul here for $14.98. Really excited that I finally found the actual plant name for it, but Dracaenas are super easy to grow, and it would be a plant that I would highly recommend for anybody that is starting to grow indoor house plants. They can tolerate lower light conditions. They can be underwatered and not die. So that's a step, right? You want easy to care for plants, not very finicky plants. So the Dracaenas and those are really easy plants. And then this is a gorgeous looking philodendron Prince of Orange by Nature's Way. This one is in a ceramic planter, and I love that orange look for the new leaves that grow. And then look at this beautiful cactus succulent arrangement. I believe this is for like $100 something at Home Depot. But if you don't want to take the time to actually make a succulent arrangement, you can just go ahead and go to Home Depot and get this huge planter full of different types of succulents plants and cacti. I think it's a really good value. And you can see over here, you know, this is a grow folds video by the fact that I will always show you an Aglaonema red Siam, another easy to care for Aglaonema, one of the most common Aglaonemas. And you can see we've got several other indoor tropical plants right over here. So hopefully you guys have been enjoying all of the Home Depot plants. I'm just going to show you a couple more plants out here, and then we're going to head back home and actually enjoy the solar eclipse. You can see these variegated agave here. Look at that. Isn't that stunning? Now, I wish I could be able to grow that in my landscape, but I'm always worried about growing agave in North Dallas, just because I feel like we have some really brutal winters. This one is sourced out by Smart Plants, and look at, here's another variegated agave. Isn't that stunning? Love that a lot. I wish I could grow some agaves. And then we can see right over here, what else do we have available? Some more succulent plants. I want to walk over to some of the tropical shrubs, but you can see they've got so many different types of cactus and succulents here. Look at how prickly those are. But we're going to go ahead and just take a look at that, and look at how gorgeous today is. I still can't believe that in just about an hour, all of this will be in darkness for like a good 4 minutes. So we're going to experience that in just a bit at the end of this video. And you can see here, Croton Mame. Love the Croton, but as you can see, I will definitely feature more plant shopping videos. I will feature this particular Home Depot just because they have so many plants. They keep it stocked up. I'm actually thinking about getting like a rose tree bush. There's just so many plants that I want to grow in my landscape. Like I want to pick up more azaleas. I just really wish I had the time to really invest in plants. You know, part of me wishes that I could have my career as like a botanist or somebody that's involved in plants, but you know, the actual this right now is a hobby as far as like my YouTube channel. But anyways, I'm gonna pan over here and you guys finally get to see some of my outdoor backyard garden. So hopefully you guys like it. Right over here is a Acer truncatum or a Shantung maple, Acer truncatum fire dragon that I got at Metro Maples. This was planted 5 years ago, and you can see it has blown up, and I'm hoping someday this can really get to like 40 feet so I can get some of my my actual garden. So you can see I've got it mulched up. I am still currently working on it. You know, this is one of those Japanese gardens that it's going to be a work in progress. It's going to take several years, but as I am filming this, it is getting close to totality. So like the sun and the moon are about to collide. But you can see right now, I would just want to show you some of this maple. What do you guys think about this? Shantung maples are Chinese maples, and this one can take full sun. So Japanese maples definitely have a tougher time taking full sun. Most of them will burn, but a Shantung maple is one that is super heat tolerant, especially this red this fire dragon. Over the fall, this is a fiery red color tree. And then right over here, we've got some columbine flowers that I ended up buying and planting into the ground. And you can see here, I've got a bird feeder that hopefully I can get some bird. And then this one right here is an Acer palmatum Yasmin that I bought from Metro Maples about 4 years ago, and I planted it in the ground and it's starting to really grow. Over in the corner is just a regular Acer palmatum seedling, just the green seed, but you can see it's starting to get a little bit darker. And right over here is a ginkgo, a variegated ginkgo tree. That one's such a slow grower, but you can see that it is starting to really get darkened. So what do you guys think about that? Yeah, it's definitely getting dark. We're about to have totality in the eclipse. So I'm going to stop talking for a minute. seconds, it pretty much feels like it is nighttime right over here. It is completely dark. My film right here, look at that corona, look at how the birds just flew by, and look at that, look at the sun's corona. Isn't that absolutely stunning? Literally, the moon is eclipsing the sun, and you can see some of the birds flying through. So that is, you know, I was so happy that I was able to experience something like this. Another total eclipse like this, at least in the Dallas-Fort Worth area, supposedly will not come back for another 20 years. So it'll be 2044 when I would be able to experience this, and hopefully I will still have this house and I can feature my trees and all of that being even larger. But isn't that amazing? Mother Nature is so great. So literally it has just gotten dark, and you know, we experienced this total eclipse for a good 4 minutes, and you can see that eventually it will start to lighten up again and then we'll be able to see the sun. But look at how beautiful that corona is, the sun's corona. It is just stunning, and like I wish my camera could zoom in even more. Like I was able to look at this and it was breathtaking. I am so glad I was able to experience this. I hope some of you guys were able to, but you know, it was one of the most beautiful feelings to feel, like you know, you were out in nature and you were able to see that. But you can see that now the sun is about to shine again, and now it's starting to brighten up again. Can you imagine, like it was literally in total darkness and now it is started to get light again. So we have light. I wanted to show you guys this. So plant foldies, I hope you have enjoyed this you know, pretty much plant shopping plus solar eclipse blog. I wanted to take you guys along with me, but you can see how now the sun is back out and you can see it, and I'm going to show you where my trees are. Look at it as if it's just in the afternoon again. Isn't that crazy? And you can see my trees are gorgeous. You can see my beautiful ginkgo biloba tree. This one is an autumn gold that I bought and planted 5 years ago, and it's really put on a lot of height. It was literally maybe 4 feet in height, and look at how tall and full it is. So plant foldies, let me know what you thought about this video, if you were able to actually experience the eclipse, and if you want to see more content. As always, please make sure you are hitting the like button. And you can see here, this is an Acer Oliviera Hot Blonde from Mr. Maple. I'm excited to actually meet the Maple brothers tomorrow, and you can see my Acer truncatum Fire Dragon from Metro Maple. Scott Hubble was actually the one that got me that tree, and I will show you some before pictures at some point when I actually do a full outdoor garden tour. It's not quite ready for me to show you guys that, but hopefully you guys have liked this video. It's a little bit of a different content because I threw in a little bit more of a blog, but as always, if you haven't already, please make sure you are hitting that like button for my channel. Also leaving comments after this live premiere. Hit the notification bell, subscribe to my channel, and hopefully I will see you on the next video. This is Richie at Grow Folds.